Hello, amazing ones. Barbara Fay, Spirit Medium. And today I would like to start addressing fears. And fears, to me, are one of the biggest stumbling blocks in forward movement, growth. They steal our joy. They make us tense. They make our bodies seize up. And we could sit here and list probably right off the bat 10 typical fears, and I'm not going to start there today because one of the biggest fears that I see for everybody, and this is a little more serious topic than I typically talk about, but I think it's so important, and it's the fear of death. And it's interesting. Once you move through the fear of death, realizing your own mortality, it makes it so much easier picking away at all the other fears that creep into our life, whether they were things that happened to us in childhood that created this fear, or sometimes we just have no clue why we have this fear, like my fear of bugs and insects. I have no clue, and it's a big fear, and I'm still working on that one. But going back to the fear of death, I can remember as a child. I can remember, I know I've told a few clients, my grandfather telling me that he Barbie, he used to call me Barbie, probably one of the only people who call me Barbie. Barbie, I want you with me when I die. And I can remember as a young adult going, oh, first of all, the thought of death, oh, I don't think so. And secondly, I don't want to see my grandfather, who I adored, die. So, I mean, for years, this bothered me, seriously bothered me. And then I had the privilege, and my grandmother was always one of my best teachers. I had the privilege of watch my grandmother go through the different changes and stages. She had cancer, and watch right up until the end how she was gracefully moved toward death, and taught me how not to be afraid of it, because she started to show me what she was going to be doing and what it would be like as she crossed over and after she crossed over. And once I was able to see that through her eyes, it changed my whole perspective about death. Now, don't get me wrong, losing loved ones is still probably one of the hardest things for all of us to deal with, when we can no longer touch them, we can no longer hug them, when we can no longer hear their voices. But I have to tell you, the fear of your own mortality, or the fear of what's on the other side, is playing so often in the back of people's minds, especially as they age, that they start losing luster for life. They stop being adventurous. They stop learning new things and doing new things, because it's like they start dying before they actually do that, because they think death is it's like they want to avoid it at all costs. But let me tell you, people, it's coming, and it isn't that bad. Those on the other side, my gosh, they are really, they're returned to love. They are sharing their love with us every day. And if you can start losing that fear of death, it is such a great beginning to get rid of so many other fears in your life. So if you have the opportunity to either sit with someone or work with people that are getting ready to cross over, I would tell you to embrace it and do it, even if it's just one person you love, or I don't know how the opportunity will present itself, but be looking for that opportunity, because once you no longer fear death, my gosh, it's a whole new world. It really is. It's a whole new, very positive and beautiful adventure. And you also start realizing why it is you came in. So I hope that's helpful. We're going to be talking probably more on this subject in the future, because I'm actually going to be doing a course around it. But we're also going to be talking about other fears, because the last thing I want for you is to be afraid in any area, because I just want you to shine and be the person you came in to be. Losing my voice. It's a dry, cold day here in New England. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Big hug, and you know I love you. Bye.